Thank you, sir, for sharing valuable insights. Now I would like to invite Brigadier Arun Gupta, sir, to please come forward and share their views on challenges and hurdles for startups.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity today. I served in Indian Army for about 35 years, and after that I started something which I felt that what is mostly required for the youth of today is to build a mindset for the growth. And I generally talk about more about mindset, but I want to start with innovation because innovation being the main topic of today. No, innovation is not something new which has started recently, or we've been hearing a lot about innovation. It started when the human came into existence. If you look back, what is the first innovation that a human being had? Was to cover the body with a leaves, probably. Yeah, that was the first innovation. And then you had so many things like, the languages, the written languages, how to communicate with each other, uh, going from one place to another in boats and in various other means of communication. When I was in school, we had a telephone whose number was 87, just two-digit number. And if we had to speak to someone 20, 30, 40 kilometers, one really had to shout. And if there was a rain, then there was no communication in that. So from that time to this time, I couldn't have imagined at that time that we'd be, talking face to face through video conferencing. After COVID, the office setup, the way the offices function has changed. People used to travel for meetings by air. They used to spend so much of time, so much of money. And now sitting at one place, you can, run your office, you can conduct your meetings. No, that is the mindset which has been thinking and challenging the status quo. When I joined army in '77 as second lieutenant, down few days, my commanding officer called me and he said, "Son, we're going to have a mile laying competition. We have professional and sports competition in army, and mile laying competition is one of the very prestigious kind of competition." So he told me two things which I now realize that it is applicable even till today more when in that time. So he says, firstly, you have to keep an eye on the other competitors who are there taking part, and you will prepare better innovations than them. Two things. Firstly, in defense forces, we generally keep an eye on our adversaries, be it China, be it Pakistan, what they are doing. And then we do better than that. And for doing better than that, you need to, keep an eye open in your competitors, what you're going to do. You should not do something which, everyone else is doing. Then where is the innovation? Where is the something new in that? So, Army, I think, is one of the biggest organizations that we have which goes for innovation. And to that extent, there is something they have started which is called as Yoga. And the last 2 to 3 years, Army is conducting various seminars, competitions, basically in-house innovation. And I'll just give you an example. Last was conducted in the month of December here in MERI, and one of junior commissioned officer JCO, he built a drone which was called as Octocopter. Now you see, drone today is with everyone, even a event manager or a photographer will have a drone. But in army, we need a drone which can uh, not only not only take the pictures in an enemy territory, but also supply the stores to the troops who are in the forward areas. how we conceive the concept of innovation is that we do a lot of study of the soldiers who take part in the battlefield. We have a lot of trainings, exercises, and we find out that what is that problem that a soldier faces when there is a conflict, when there is an influx of all kind of situations. There's totally fluidity in the battlefield, and there are so many challenges. When I joined army, we used to have weapons which were very very heavy, and if you have to just go a kilometer with that weapon, one would get tired. But now you have a weaponry which is much more lighter, much more effective, and that's all about the innovation. We have so many fields of innovation, like we have in communication, we have 5G. We need something which can help us in keeping the communication on even in the most of the remotest areas, because that is where we operate. Then we have, when there is a battlefield, you need, what are those few things which needs a soldier going? It is firstly the supply of ammunition, supply of food and other things. So this octo-hector which has been made can supply 30 kg of load even in high altitude, which is quite a bit. Uh, Many of you may not be knowing, but a helicopter which supplies to the Sichuan glacier can only carry one jerry can of petrol at a time. So that's the kind of problem we have. That's the kind of innovation we need, and this is what defense sector, especially the armed forces, which is one of the largest army in the world. It needs those kind of innovation which you all youngsters can think of, and there's no end to that. Like I said, we've come from a normal telephone to a mobile, a 5G communication. What you need today to think something out of the box is a mindset, an innovative mindset. Now, there is a quote which says, innovation is a mindset, not just a skill set. So it is not only skills that you need to, do some startup. Not your innovation, your startup has to be connected with that kind of innovation which the world needs, and which the world needs not today, but maybe after 5 years, 10 years. So what you need is a mindset which can think of an out-of-box solution, and a mindset which is totally clear, a mind which is without any hesitation, without any agitation, a mind in a present moment, we call it in a mindfulness, and a mind which is in totally calm in a state of thinking. So how do you create, or how do you make that kind of mindset or your mind which can think out of box, which can challenge the status quo, and which can think something which anyone else has not even thought of? If you are going for a startup which someone has already started or already tried it out, then there's no point, down the line, 3 years, 4 years, you're going to fail in that. And once you fail, then, it's very difficult to come back and restart something new. So start something new, which others will say, oh my God, you buy an iPhone today, and after 6 months, there's another iPhone. By the way, they don't make that iPhone after launching one phone. They would have already thought of maybe 5 years, 6 years ahead. So that is a kind of. So I'll just tell you four points where you can have a innovative mindset. The first is about your self-awareness. Be aware of yourself. You may be thinking that you know everything about yourself, but you don't know. You need to know your strengths, you need to know your weaknesses, you need to build on your weaknesses, you need to set some smart goals for you, and be aware of yourself, what exactly you are, what are your capabilities. The second is that get rid of those limiting beliefs which limit your potential. Your mind is limitless, but only thing is we put limits over the period of time, and that you have to remove that. These limiting beliefs you need to change to the empowering beliefs. There is a session on mental well-being, but well-being is There are four pillars of well-being. You have mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. All well-beings have to be balanced. Have a good diet, have a good nourishing mind, look after your emotions, and be connect with your vision and values. And last but not the least is to accept feedback. Wherever you feel that you are not doing well, take the feedback from people. And I'm sure you will be able to get this mindset. At the end, I would like to say that, Atmanirbhar Bharat or uh, Viksit Bharat 2047 cannot be just talked about in conferences or just by the mouth of words. You have to have a system, you have to have a foundation, especially for youngsters, to create setups where the finances are available, infrastructure is available, and more than that, I think the youngsters of today need a little bit of mentoring, which people who are proved up in startups and all can always mentor. And I'm sure in times to come, we'll see you all as a very successful startups, very successful entrepreneurs, and country will be proud of you all. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.